Are you ready to shop till you drop? Do you know how to make your sunflower sprouts experience the best shopping experience that it can be? Well, today we're going to talk about that. Do you have kid stuff in every corner of your house? Do you think it's possible to make hundreds of dollars selling your kids' stuff that they don't even use anymore? On this podcast today, you're going to learn about the amazing world of consignment and how it can bring value to your family. You're either here because you want to make some money or you're here because you want to save some money. We're here to help you transition to the next season and the next size. We've been doing it for 15 years, and today is Tuesday, August 26th. And today we're talking about my top 10 shopping tips for shopping at Sunflower Sprouts consignment sale. Whether you're shopping in Pittsburgh or you're shopping in Erie this season, we've got all the tips and tricks for you. We are 2 weeks out at time of recording from our fall event in Pittsburgh. We are, I think, 4 weeks out from Erie. Forgive me, I didn't look at the math before I started, but it's right after Pittsburgh. So make sure you save the dates for those events. And today we're going to talk about my top 5 shopping tips, actually, right? And then next week, we're going to talk 6 through 10. So we're going to get through all 10 shopping tips in the next 2 weeks. And then the Tuesday after that, I'm going live from the Pittsburgh Indoor Sports Arena at 9 in the morning to show you guys and give you the first look at the floor. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be amazing. This is not your standard Target run, ladies, gentlemen. Can't forget the dads. This is not your average Target run. This is going to take a little bit more than a Starbucks. Okay. So let's talk about how to shop the largest consignment sale in Western Pennsylvania. Okay. But before we do that, let's unbox. I have 2 mini brand balls today. I opened up books the last 2 weeks, and I love the book ones, and I've got a bunch of book ones. So I thought I'm going to open up a toys. What I like to do. So if you're just finding us on the interwebs, my name is Jen Stickle. I am the owner of Sunflower Sprouts, the largest consignment sale in Western Pennsylvania with 2 locations, one event in Pittsburgh, one event in Erie. And I like to open up toys on social media, on the internet. And I like to find out what's in here. Let you know if it's worth purchasing these for your kids. And then when we find toys inside of them, I like to teach you guys how to price and tag them if you want to sell with me. So selling with us is just a great way to make some extra money. These always string, and they always, which I really do love. It's the trash, though, that I'm not a huge fan of. Also, you'll be happy to know that these, so what starts to happen is if you open as many mini balls as I do, you start to collect a bunch of these balls right here, and you're like, what do I do with them? We are sending them to the STEM lab at school, and they're hopefully going to be very excited to get those at the STEM lab. So I'm kind of super pumped about that. So one of the things I do love about the mini brand balls is the amount of bags inside. Oh, look, I got hot sauce. Okay, so first of all, does anybody like hot sauce? And does anyone want this? Comment below. Maybe first come, first serve. I order my stickers from Sticker Mule, and we just got a new round of stickers. Let me show you. I'm so excited. They were right here. Oh my gosh, you guys. I ordered a bunch of them for the birthday party. So Sunflower Sprouts is turning 15 years old this fall. And we are having a huge birthday party on September 12th from 6 to 9, family friendly, face painting, balloons, cupcakes, the whole shebang. No, that's a document we use for our consigners. It's going to be a party. And I got these fun little stickers for this year to celebrate the 15th anniversary. So anyways, I ordered my stickers from Sticker Mule. I also got a couple other things from Sticker Mule. We're going to save those for surprises. And they send you free hot sauce. So I have this sitting here if anybody wants it. We're not a hot sauce family. We don't eat spicy things around here. It's Woody. Action figures sell very well at our sale. They normally do not have the original box. We recommend that if you are going to sell these, that you sell them pretty cheap, probably a couple dollars a mini action figure, depending on who it is and the condition they are in. Make sure that if you're going to sell an action figure, that you put a hole in the tag. You secure the tab, put a piece of tape over the corner of the tag. put a hole in the tag, put a zip tie through the tag and his arm. And then that way he won't get lost from his tag. Also, if you have, make sure his hat is attached or put like no hat. I was wondering, yep, this is the perfect conversation. So this is Encanto, one of the girls from Encanto. She's actually one of my favorite. Encanto is growing on me. When I first watched it, I wasn't a huge fan, but it's growing on me. If you're going to sell a princess action figure, make sure her hair is combed out. You can go into the drugstore and get a kid's detangler, like that you would actually use on your little girl's hair, and use it on your action figures or your Barbies, your baby dolls, and straighten out their hair before you sell them. Okay. Oh, here we got a baby doll. Make sure she's dressed. She is from Moana. I also love Moana. So make sure your baby dolls are dressed. You can sell accessories to the baby dolls. I recommend that you sell the accessories separate. Oh, we got a shopping bag. So I was just at IKEA and I bought us some more shopping bags. We recommend that you bring your own reusable shopping bags. It's one of my top 10 tips we're going to talk about. I recommend you bring your own reusable bags and a wagon. We're going to talk about that too. But we do have some that you can borrow and shop into. Okay. And then another action figure. So these guys, the ones that aren't, they're like smaller and they're all like a piece of plastic. It's not like they have an arm or a leg. Sometimes it works to put a couple of these into a Ziploc bag and sell them together in a Ziploc bag. So, all right, that was a great haul, mini ball haul. That was a Disney mini ball haul for sure. Legendary is what I would have got Elsa and Buzz Lightyear, but I got Woody. And even Jessie is more rare than Woody. Woody's going to probably be a common one. I don't even see him on here. My baby doll was common. My Encanto doll was common. My bag was common. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, no. Woody is a luxury pull today. Oh, the Mickey Mouse race car. I've gotten 2 of those. Those are iconic. I like to see what I got. I don't really care, but I mean, like I do. I keep them all. If anyone wants to see my toys, I do bring them to the sale. I normally, once I'm all set up and I catch my breath, I set up a toy room table, not like my own toy, like my mini brand toy room, and let kids come and play with me. It's super fun. I have a blast. All right. So while I open up this book one, I want to talk to you about pre-sale tickets. So the best way to get the best selection is to be the first in the door. We've talked about this before, but the first people in the door after me is my paid staff. If you're looking for a job, send us an email at hello@sunflowersprouts.org. We'll send you the application for Pittsburgh or for Erie. It's getting a little late to hire for Pittsburgh, but if you stand out and you make yourself known, we might hire you. So right after my paid staff are my volunteers. I have about 150 volunteers that I manage every season. And I lost one on the floor. 150 volunteers that I manage every season. They shop next. We'd love to have you as a volunteer. That's what we actually talked about last week. This is my bookshelf. If you've watched me before, I'm not going to put it together. I have a bunch of bookshelves and not enough books to fill them. Mini brands. I'm a huge fan of that. Although I don't know what other furniture I would open in a book mini ball, right? Reminders of him, Colleen Hoover. We do sell mom books. We have our own mom table. It's a great way to get a summer read. So we do sell mom books. You cannot bundle mom books if you're a consignor, but you can shop mom books. We have a bunch of them. Here's my magnifying glass. Don't use it in the real sun. It will burn you. Start a fire. Here is a bookmark. And Diary of a Wimpy Kid. We talked about this last week. Hardback books, chapter books, they all sell very well. Books sell, so you don't have to make these, you can sell them each for $2, or you can sell them, sometimes 3 or 4 for a Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. I only recommend that you bundle chapter books if you've got like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if you just have like 8 and 13 and 7, don't bundle those. Okay. So we were talking about pre-sale to get in right after my volunteers. Actually, the one paid pre-sale is a sensory friendly pre-sale, and you get in before my consigners. So it gets really crazy, like loud. And so we like to offer Roald Dahl, BFG, another great one. Chapter books sell really well. We love chapter books. I feel like I'm missing one, but I'm not. I got 3 books, an adult book and 2 kid books. Don't be afraid to sell your mom books. Dads can buy them too. But I'm not, do any guys read Colleen Hoover? Let me know in the comments if you are a guy that reads Colleen Hoover and how you feel about that. I'd love to know your opinion, or come find me at the sale. All right. I got a common pull, reminders of him, Roald Dahl, BFG. I think my diary of a Wimpy kid book. Yeah, it's an ultra rare. Got an ultra rare pull today. That's exciting. Okay, so get a pre-sale ticket because it'll get you in the door earlier. And then on Wednesday is pre-sale day. And so there's a pre-sale at 9:30 and 11:30. That's the gold and the silver pre-sale. And so if you want to shop before the pre-sales on Wednesday, you want to shop on Tuesday, there's another paid opportunity in Pittsburgh, 2 paid opportunities in Pittsburgh, 1 in Erie. Get your tickets. The earlier you shop, the better the selection. We're going to also talk about that today when we talk about our shopping tips. So I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Today, I don't know. I'm supposed to be upping my protein. It's not horrible. It tastes like a vanilla milkshake. It really does. So, but I also have my Slim, balancing my blood sugar. Man, this adult thing, it takes some work. Okay. What I want to do is add this to the stage. All right. So we're going to talk about our 5 tips to shopping consignment. Okay. I think the thing to remember about consignment, it's different than thrifting, and it's different than a brick and mortar. Okay. A consignment event is different than a consignment store. So thrifting is a little bit, it's normally a lower price point, and it's normally a lower quality product because you can donate absolute anything to a thrift store and they will try to sell it. Okay. Some of the good thrift stores will try to weed out the stuff with stains, but they don't all do that. So you have to make sure, even when you're shopping at a thrift store, you're looking for stains and tears, making sure all the buttons are there. Okay. So normally thrift stores aren't inspected as well. Okay. Then there's consignment events, and there's consignment sales and consignment stores. So normally consignment stores are small. They have, it's good if you're looking for a specific item, like a 4th of July outfit or a Christmas dress, and you want to spend less than a retail. But they normally have a very limited supply because they can only take so much. And while it's going to be a great price for a shopper, if you're trying to sell at a brick and mortar, you're not going to make as much money because they take a bigger cut because they have a lot of expenses for running their brick and mortar. Okay. A consignment event, while we do have expenses, I rent the building and I have, computers. I was getting all the cash registers ready this week. We don't have as many expenses, so we don't have to take as big of a cut. So we can pay out our consigners a little bit more money. So you make more money selling at an event rather than at a brick and mortar. But shopping an event is an event. A lot of us call it our Super Bowl. I was talking to somebody at church this weekend, and she is pregnant, very pregnant, due right around the sale. And she's just hoping that she either delivers soon enough that she can come after, or that she can come shopping before. And because she was like, it's my Super Bowl. And I was like, I know. So a lot of women plan ahead. They take the day off of work if they work, or they get a babysitter and they secure the whole day. It's one day in the whole year. And so it's worth it for a lot of people to just kind of carve out the time and to come. And here's the other thing about shopping an event. Because we're the largest event in Western Pennsylvania, you are able to come to Sunflower Sprouts, and it's like a one-stop shop for the whole season. You can get shoes and a whole wardrobe and be all done in one fell swoop. Okay. Now, that's not to say you're not going to see a cute pair of pajamas when you're wandering around Target, right? But ultimately, you don't have to then go shopping multiple times in a season. Now, sometimes as women, we do like to do that. It's like our out. And I don't want to take that away from you. But Also, you can get a bulk of it done and still do like little runs, right? It was so funny. We were in Target this last week and one of my big boys saw the little kids section, not like the infant toddler section, not the big boy section that they shop in now. And he goes, "Those clothes are so fun." Because all the Halloween stuff hit and all the like the Bluey and all this cute little holiday stuff was in the baby department. And one of my boys was like, "That stuff's kind of fun." And I was like, "Yeah, they don't wear it anymore." But okay, so let's start with our first 5 tips to shopping consignment. So the first tip that we have is to make a list. And this is such a good idea. Like actually on a piece of paper, write it out, write down kids' names, kids' sizes, shoe sizes, write down like a game or two that they might be in, you might be wanting to get. Go into your book library area and write down like, okay, we're missing Diary of a Wimpy Kid 3 and 6. So that like literally write it all down. And we actually have a really cool resource that I'll share with you guys in Instagram in my link tree. It's an actual, we just made a graphic, a shopping list. You can print it out and write on it, but you can grab any scrap piece of paper around the house, any Post-it note, or, a napkin. I'm joking. But my point is it's going to be kind of overwhelming. And once you get into the venue, you just might forget some things. And so you're going to want to have a list. And then that way you won't forget. Like, don't forget a rain boot. Don't forget PJs. Don't forget to check out the accessory table, go find shoes, and then make yourself a note that says, don't forget to shop the next size up. So we've been having some conversations with the consigners in our private consigner group about like, where do we hang gender neutral stuff? And where do we hang, like if it's a winter coat and it says it's a 6-7, where do we hang it? Well, we're going to hang it in the 6s because your kid can wear it into 7. So it doesn't ever hurt to look at the size before and after. The other thing is that we're humans and sometimes we hang things in the wrong size. So like we mean to put it in the 7s, but we hang it in the 8s, or vice versa. And so it can never hurt if you have got the time to look in some other sections. Okay. Especially if you don't care about pajamas, you can shop the other gender. So like if you are a girl and you have a little girl who's a huge Star Wars fan, it cannot hurt to head over to the boy department and see if there's Star Wars pajamas in the same size. Just for obvious reasons. Because sometimes, they normally a boy might, and it's not even normally, but a boy might also buy, same thing with Bluey. It's really tough, right? It can be in either section. So it doesn't ever hurt to head over to the other gender and just see what's over there. Okay. Also the toy room, the baby room, there's a lot. You're going to want to have a list, especially if you're a new mom looking for some baby stuff. Make yourself a list. All right. Tip number 2, plan to shop early. All right. And we were just talking about this, but the early bird gets the worm. It's never more appropriate than in consignment sale shopping. So you can volunteer to help as a support staff at the sale. And then you're going to be able to shop early if you want. So we would love for you to volunteer with us. Like I said, we have 150 volunteers that we bring in and use to make this thing happen. And so we'd love to have you. So head over to the website. Some of the things you might be doing is like bagging or taking things back to the floor, or working at the door, checking sure the receipts are accurate and things like that. There's a chance that you might do some bagging at the cash register, but we really try to use teenagers to do that. Teaching them entrepreneurship early and how to make money. So also, if you have a teenager if you're a consigner and you have a teenager that wants to be a teen bagger, please email hello@sunflowersprouts.org and we will get them a spot. If they're over 13, you can leave the building. And so that's why they have to be 13. And so there's still some shifts available for bagging teen baggers. All right. So just make sure that you plan to shop early. The better the selection, or the earlier you shop, the better the selection. Be ready to shop. This is our third tip. And we've kind of talked about this a little bit, is scattered into this conversation, but this is an event. Okay. You don't want to just walk in there, with just your list and a prayer. I love this. And so there is a blog about it. You can read it, but, like bring a water bottle, wear tennis shoes, bring a small purse, not a large one. Um, take a break in the middle, figure out what you want to do for lunch or dinner if you're there during that time. Like I said, this isn't just you can casually just come in and leave, but most people, if they're hiking out to the Pittsburgh Indoor Sports Arena, they're ready to shop. Okay. Bring a wagon, stretch, I'm only half kidding. All right. Tip number 4, decide if you're bringing the kids. This one is, it really is a 50-50 experience with half of the parents bringing kids and half of them not leaving them at home. I could go either way. So when they were really little and they were runners, I would want to have left them at home. I didn't really shop. I guess the twins were little, and Jonah. I never would have brought the twins and Jonah when they were little to shop. But like now, I do remember, I'll tell you a sweet story. When Ellie was in like 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, I would pull her out from school and we would take a girls' day and we would go down and we would shop. And part of that is because she was a 7-year-old girl. Like when she finally cared about what she was wearing and was making decisions about that, that's when I took her to shop, right? Because it would take longer. She would help me. Prior to that, I'm just going in, I'm getting 5 shirts that I like, 5 pairs of pants that I like, maybe 8 or 9 sets. I'm getting a coat. They have no idea what I'm putting them in. The boys didn't care either. Okay. But now they definitely do. The boys definitely care now because there are girls in the building at school now and they've noticed them. They didn't notice them until recently. So they do very much care what they're wearing, especially the twins. They have days where they like to twin and other days where they would rather die than twin. And so like that's like their clothes are now part of a conversation. And so they get to shop on their own now. So if they're little though, and it's the only way that you can get to the sale is by bringing them, then bring them, right? Put them in a wagon, I see kids all the time sitting in a wagon with headphones and a movie. And mom is like just shopping into the front of the wagon or what in the bag on her shoulder. We get stuff done, ladies. We know how to get stuff done. And so we want to help support you as the best that we can. Kids are always welcome at our sale. They are always free. They never need a ticket for pre-sales or for any of it, ever. They're always welcome. The only time they're not welcome is if you're working. So if you're working the event, you cannot bring the kids. If you're working a baby wearing shift, you have to be signed up as a baby wearing shift, and you have to wear your baby because you're nursing your baby. So we like to support nursing moms who also want to help with us because we have 3-hour shifts and babies normally need to eat every 2. So we do have a couple of baby wearing shifts. You have to choose one of the baby wearing shifts and then you have to be wearing the baby. Okay. So you can't just like put it in a stroller and meander around the building. Because what we do is we put you at the welcome door. So we're very strategic on how we use our nursing moms. Because we really don't want to exclude you. And we recognize that nursing mom phase can be a long haul and we don't want you to miss out on those opportunities. So it's normally a long year for me. It was a really long year for me. Okay. So, all that being said, kids are always welcome. We love to have them there. The September 12th, we're having a birthday party this season. And guys, it's going to be so fun. It's family friendly. We're going to have face painters. We're going to have a balloon artist. We're going to have cupcakes. We're having a couple other things I keep forgetting about. And Friday night, it's going to be a lot of fun. So come join us Friday night. Bring the whole family. It's going to be a blast. I think Chick-fil-A is going to be there that night as well as the concession stand will be open. So come hang out with us Friday night. Okay, number 5, decide what order you're going to shop. So it's so fun for me to stand at the door and meet someone who's never been to Sunflower Sprouts and just watch their face because they come in and they're just like, I don't know what to do. And then on Wednesday, I go greet all the new parents when they're coming in around Wednesday afternoon. And this is the advice I give them. We have clothes for days. There are so many clothes on the floor. There's not as many books and board games and shoes and toys. So I always recommend that people start in the toy and baby departments. Okay. So I'm always going to recommend that you start in the green room or the yellow room and that you finish in the main room. Some of that is logistics, right? You start over here and then you move over there, and that's where the checkout line is in the main room. It doesn't matter how you shop the event, but you want to make sure that you get what you want. So, like, what is the most important thing on your list? Tip number one was, make a list. What is the most important thing? If your kid really wants some Duplo Legos, then you're going to want to come in the building, go straight to the green room, back in the back, head down to the back of the boys' toys and grab a bag of Duplo Legos, and then go over to the clothing, right? So what is on the top of your list? Go there first. Get it done, get it checked off, get it in the bottom of your wagon, make sure nobody else, buys it. And then spend the time over in the clothing department, going through the clothes, looking for stains and tears, looking to make sure the buttons aren't missing, making outfits, finding a pair of shoes to match, going over to the accessories and finding a belt or a hat or whatever. And then and do that kind of stuff. So everybody's is going to be different, right? And so you want to do what works for you. Maybe what you do is you're like, okay, after I do all this for the kids, then I'm going to reward myself and I'm going to go over to the mom department and I'm going to see if there's a Stanley, or I'm going to see if there's a chapter book from my favorite author, or maybe I'm going to find a new pair of shoes for myself. Or maybe you're like, forget the kids, I'm going to the mom department first. I'm going to go get my Stanley or my chapter book from my favorite author, and then I'm going to go get some stuff for the kids. So whatever you want to do, it's like I said, everybody has a different strategy, but kind of have a strategy, right? Like decide where you want to go first, because then you might not feel as overwhelmed when you walk in the building and you just you have to make another decision on scene. So we as moms know that decision fatigue is very real, not just for us, but for our kids. I know that my daughter hit decision fatigue right before when she was after she graduated and getting ready for college. She had all these decisions to make for her dorm room, for her school, classes. There were all these decisions that she needed to make. And you just get to a point where you're like, I don't want to make another decision today. Can you tell me what to make for dinner, please? Wouldn't that be great? I should do that in the off season. Be like, hey, what are we doing for dinner tonight? And we have inspiration posts where we can share what we're having for dinner tonight. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to make another decision. And when I actually meal plan the week, it's way smoother, guys. You just on Sunday, you make a list of what you want to make that week. When you have soccer practice or baseball practice and you can't cook, or you have to have 2 dinners, one at 4 and one at 9. Guys, you know how it is. I had a friend, I said to her, how do you do this? And she goes, well, we have a basket of fruit in the car. And it also has fruit snacks and granola bars. And then we eat at 9. I love it. I love our life. So anyways, when you make a plan, it normally goes a little bit smoother and better, and you don't have to make a decision on scene. So, okay, guys, those are my top 5 tips for shopping at a consignment sale. Next Tuesday, I'm going to go over the next 5 shopping tips to make this the best experience that it can be for you. It's a blast. It's so much fun. The prices are great. You're going to be amazed at the girl math that you're going to be able to do and the amount of money you're going to be able to save. We're so excited to have you guys in just a couple of days. So who is ready for fall? Who is ready for this Super Bowl? I know I am. I'm so pumped. I'm getting so excited. You should see. I know it looks a little bit normal right now, but just because you can see my blinds, but I should show you the rest of the room. There are boxes everywhere. We're so pumped. There's a lot of exciting things. Don't forget the coloring contest. All the details are on Instagram, but you can also get a coloring page when you come to the sale. And we're giving out some cool prizes to the top, in each category. There's a category for each age and There's different prizes for each. It's going to be awesome. Okay. We're giving out big prizes for for our coloring contest winners. So make sure that you check out the coloring contest and you bring your coloring page to the event to be entered to win in our coloring contest. It's going to be a blast. I'm so excited. I should start coloring now. Do my coloring page now. Okay, guys. So Pittsburgh, September 11th through the 14th. Pre-sale day is September 10th. Okay. Tickets are on sale right now on our website. Head over to sunflowersprouts.org, click on Pittsburgh, get a pre-sale ticket. The new parent pre-sale tickets are sold out. So if you're having trouble with it, it's because they're sold out. There has been some discrepancy about some pre-sale times. We're going to fix all those graphics, and we had to change everything. So this season, so that everybody can shop a little earlier. So we're going to get to that later today. Make sure that everything is buttoned up. But if you have any questions, please email hello@sunflowersprouts.org and we'll make it right for you. And then in Erie, that's October 4th and 5th. It's Saturday and Sunday. Pre-sale day is October 3rd. No, that's right. That's wrong. Let me triple check because we were also talking about this. Yeah, I'm right. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Okay. So Erie, October 4th and 5th. Pre-sale day is Friday, October 3rd. Okay. So it's a little bit of a different schedule. So make sure that you are kind of in tune to which event you want to come to and which event you are clicking on the internet. Okay. And then you can still sell in Erie. There is still tons of time to sell with us, to register to sell with us, make some money, tag your stuff. Tons of time. And then make sure you save the date to come shop with us. Get a pre-sale ticket. Those opened yesterday for Erie. So pre-sale tickets for Erie are available. Head over to the Erie website and get your pre-sale tickets now. You're going to want to be first in the door. Okay. So if you want to shop at our event or get incredible deals on shopping, head over to our website, get on our mailing list, stay up to date on all things Sunflower Sprouts. If you're ready to get rid of this kid stuff that is taking up space in your house, get a box, get a bin, or dump out a laundry basket and just start collecting. And then register to sell with us at Sunflower Sprouts. Guys, I hope you have a great week. I hope everybody's almost back to school. Moms, give yourself a pat on the back for in summer, getting everybody ready for school. Enjoy that time. If you're homeschooling, you got this. It's going to be a great school year, and we are going to see you guys very soon at Sunflower Sprouts.